Hey guys, Joe here. It's Tuesday, so today is a firearm video. We're not looking down at my desk or my chair because I'm actually holding what we're going to be taking a look at. And what we're looking at today is my personal AR-15 pistol. Normally this would be where I would cut to the opening title, but just picture a big yellow derpy face and the Jiminy Show. And now welcome back to this derpy yellow face, cause I'm Korean. Yellow. Get it? But let's go ahead and safety check this thing. As you can see, nothing in it, nothing in the mag well, and it is safe. Sorry about that. I knew it was empty, so losing my grip on the charging handle didn't actually cause me as much trouble as you're probably going to put in the comments, but can't wait to read them. This is a custom-built AR-15 pistol. It's an AR-15 pistol because it has a less than 16-inch barrel. Technically 14.5 with flash hider makes it 16, but we'll go into the semantics in some other video. This one has a 10.5-inch barrel and an SB Tactical brace. This is not a buttstock. As you can see, it has a Velcro strap here, or a hook and loop. I'm not sure if Velcro actually makes it. And it's split open in the back. This is to strap this onto your arm so that you can one-hand manipulate the firearm. That's what the purpose of an AR-15 pistol is. Basically, it's a rifle in pistol form that you can, one arm. This particular one, as I said, is custom built. It's made with different parts from different companies because it was a bit of a story. Let's go into it. When Governor Northam tried passing his anti-assault weapons ban, assault weapons, he tried listing basically any semi-automatic centerfire cartridge rifle in existence and put it on a piece of paper and tried to force it through. That wasn't going to go through, so then he changed it and made it so vague that it had no chance of passing, so it didn't go through again. It was tabled. Because of that, there was a scare. People were worried that if he managed to get something passed through, they were going to have to turn over their firearms. You were going to have to get rid of your AR-15s, especially the pistols, because specifically targeted were AR-15 pistols, AK-47 pistols, Galil Aces, anything that was considered not a short barrel rifle, but a rifle with a shorter barrel. So one of these, because it had a detachable 30-round magazine, and the bill was mostly aimed at anything that could do this. If it wasn't in the grip, it couldn't have more than 10 rounds, blah, blah, blah. Long story, but it caused a scare. So everybody was buying lowers and uppers and parts kits and building these things, even though, flip side to that, people were running in and selling their existing ARs because they were misunderstanding the proposed law, which wasn't going to flat out make it so you had to turn them in right away. You normally have about a year. Like the current laws he just signed into effect will have until the end of the year to be appealed. If they fail appellation appeal, if they don't get overturned, starting January 1st, they'll go into effect. In Virginia, that's one handgun per month without an enhanced background check, which I have. The red flag law, which means if they feel you're a danger to yourself or others, they can temporarily, can you tell it's 1:30 in the morning, remove your firearms from your possession. Universal background checks, which I'm fine with, I don't really care. And there was one other one. What was the other one? Oh, the rights to gather in a militia in a public place were all signed into effect as current as, well, during this whole thing. He actually just kind of underneath the radar a little bit during this whole pandemic and made sure that they got signed into it. So I know the NRA and a bunch of other organizations are appealing it right now, so hopefully that will go through. Off the soapbox, let's get back to what you're here for. Sorry about that, 3 minutes of rambling. This is an Anderson Manufacturing lower and upper. Yeah, no, this is a Luther upper. But the thing I like about this one is the serial number. The first two digits and the last two digits are my birth year, 1979. I thought that was kind of cool. I didn't notice that when I bought it. I just bought them. But that was pretty cool. And as you can see, this is not a stock color. This is Cerakoted by my friend who works at the store part-time, and he kind of just came into the store and started talking to the owner and started doing some work for some of us, and he gave me a really good deal on the Cerakoting, and this is completely Cerakoted all the way through. Now, I did not build this rifle. I have not built an AR-15 yet, and I didn't want to build my first one, even though I do know how they work. But as you can see, he did a full Cerakote job. This is not a cheap job. This is not painted on. This is sprayed on, left to set the right way, and done correctly. He's really good at it, and I'm really appreciative of him doing that for me. So yeah, now I have this. He wanted to do a handguard, but I hadn't had the barrel yet. One of the things that took forever was after the scare, parts became scarce. The pandemic made them triply so. So I finally was able to get a shorter barrel. I could only get regular length barrels for a while. This is a 10.5, which I did not want. I wanted a 7.5 because with this flash hider muzzle device, I don't know if you would still call this flash hider. It's not ported or anything. But I wanted a 7.5-inch barrel with this flash hider and a 9-inch handguard. This, I believe, is a 7-inch handguard. I wanted a 9-inch handguard on a 7.5-inch barrel because with this muzzle device, it would have been right here. It would have looked really cool, and it would have been very short. And that's still the goal. Additionally, because I had to go with the 10.5-inch barrel, I couldn't use my piston kit. I have a piston kit because I took a Sig Sauer piston-driven AR-15 pistol to the range with Daniel, shot it, liked it. I've shot a pistol and gas-driven AR-15. I kind of like how clean the piston-driven one was when we were done. Plus, it enhances its value a little bit because those parts are a little less common in an AR-15. But I wound up having to go with the standard gas block because of the location. The piston kit is specifically designed for pistol-length barrels only, so it replaces where the piston or the gas block would sit on a 7.5-inch barrel. Luther handguard, Aero Precision barrel. I'm not sure who manufactured this muzzle device, but it's really cool looking. That's why I wanted it. It's got just mil-spec trigger kit. I think this is all Anderson safety. Standard charging handle. I will be changing that out for an extended one, but they were out of stock. And this is an SB Tactical brace. I think this is the SB2 or SB3. I want the SB4. I want the one that can actually collapse, but it's a couple $100, and I don't have that kind of money just laying around right now. And I have other things I need to invest my stimulus into. So, few things I want to do to it. Obviously the piston kit and the shorter barrel. I have another lower that all these parts can go onto. I want to put a different grip on it. This one's fine. It's a really hard plastic. I want to go with like a Hogue grip, and I want one of those ones where you can store like a couple of tools inside of it. The trigger guard, I want one of the ones that's angled. Just again, a little bit of a preference. And the trigger itself, he managed to get me a black one, as opposed to a lot of the basic kits have just a stainless steel one. This one is black at least, so that's really nice and convenient to have. But I want to change that out. I will be getting a couple of second or amend to 30 rounders and 40 rounders. I went with these because in the state of Virginia, you can only carry a pistol with a 20 round magazine in it. And I intend to keep this or one of these pistols in my truck. So I wanted to have a 20 round magazine just in case I am carrying it. Now, if this was rifle configuration, I could carry a 30 rounder. But since this is in its pistol configuration, 20 round is a maximum in the state of Virginia. Plus, it looks cooler and it will fit in a rear behind the seat lockbox that I want to get for my truck, which is probably one of the things I'm getting with my partial return or with my stimulus return. Needs to be finished. The nut here on the back is not fully tightened down, but that's because we weren't 100% done ordering all the parts. Secondly, trigger, I don't think is installed 100% correct, or the safety isn't installed 100% correct because it's impeding on the trigger. And I'm probably going to get a larger paddle. But I wanted it together, so we used all mil-spec parts. I like the color combination. Leave it down in the comments. Let me know if you like it or if you would have done the handguard in the same color. The guy who did this, Kevin, he did offer to do a handguard for me, but I passed on it for now because number one, I didn't have a barrel yet, so I didn't have a handguard. But number two, I kind of like this color combination because I think the black kind of balances itself out, so the main body gets your attention, but then you see the rest of the gun. I think that looks really cool. And again, if the barrel was only out here, it would look really awesome. The optic that's on it, I don't have a red dot. I sold my red dot that was on here or on one of my other ones because it wasn't that good of a red dot. It was something I got off of a trade-in. This is a really nice magnifier. It's a UTG. It is the SCP MF3W EQS. I'll link it down below. It's like a $75 optic. I think it's a 5 times power. Might only be a 3 times power, but it's a really nice one. It has good eye relief, really easy to find. This is a good comfortable position for me because I'll put a red dot in front of it. And the other reason I like this one, and I got this one at a pawn shop for 20 bucks, is folds away, which is something I wanted. That way you can run just the red dot in front, and then you can just drop the magnifier out if you're at closer range, 50, 75, 100 yards. And then you can set up the magnifier if you're going to go out a little bit further. So this will be a range gun as well as a crap hits the fan gun for the truck. So between those two scenarios, I just wanted to be prepared. Overall though, I'm very happy with it. I was originally just building this one. I was going to sell it and then work on the other one. But now that I've seen it in person and put my hands on it and saw the serial number, this is the one I'm going to keep. I'm probably going to sell the other one when I get a shorter barrel for this one. But let me know what you guys would do. Would you go with a shorter barrel? There is also the option of a 6-inch barrel if I want to go 300 blackout, which will work in this chassis because it is a multi-cal chassis. Just need to change the barrel, obviously all the parts for it, but yeah, it would work. But I'm not sure. I think I'm happy with it the way it is for now. Get the shorter barrel, piston kit in it, and it'll be done. So let me know down below. Key it in there. Leave it in the comments. If you've done a build or you have a video on YouTube, link me to it. You'll go into my spam filter, but I check that every day. I will link some of the parts that were put onto this that I can still link to on YouTube. And yeah, that's about it. So again, let me know what you do with one, how you change it, what your setup would be, or what your setup is, and I'll check it out. So you'll see a tech video and a couple more gun videos as soon as I can find that SD card. So I'm out of here. Until next time, till next time, live play ball, home flatey. Ah!